Okay. Hello, Amazon Live. Hello, YouTube. I think. All right. This is take 3 of today's show, and what I'm going to do is going to take my background off. So just let me remove the background, which is there. Right. Okay. I'm back. Okay, and I've tried to close the curtains and get rid of the sun. So we're live on Amazon Live again, and if you found me again, I'd like to say thank you for rejoining. I'm just going to wait a minute or two because we're only live on Amazon Live. It's quite a stormy day in the UK today, and we've got to get through it. Storms are with us till 7 o'clock tonight. It's beautiful, bright, shiny day, but there are winds in our area of up to 70 miles an hour. Okay. Uh, so, okay, so far we've covered carpal tunnel syndrome. We've covered slowly but surely Logitech C920 camera. We've covered background removal, and I'm not going to go with that again because I'm going to just leave it simple and straightforward with the sound on. Okay, that's we're going to have the sound because when the sound disappears, that's when you've got problems, and we're going to see what happens. So if you're watching live on YouTube, please do say hello, and I'm happy to take your questions. I knew today was going to be fun, okay, but I didn't know how much fun, and the tech gods are not smiling on us today. And this is take 3 of this live broadcast, and the first one ended because of server problems. The second one ended because I forgot to unmute myself, and thank you, Marco, for letting me know. And then the third one is this one. So it is a question of third time lucky. And if you've seen me before, thank you for joining me live. This is, and I'm going to go back up here. I haven't moved, but this is my third show inside an hour, which is even a record even for me. So welcome to the show. This first thing I want to say. This is Lights, Camera, Action, and you are watching Stephen live from England, take 3. Okay, I wanted this to be the last one of the week. Okay, and I want to say thank you for watching. If you watched part 1, thank you. If you watched part 2, thank you. If you're actually here for the first time, thank you. I do so enjoy broadcasting Amazon Live and telling stories, and I enjoy your company. If you have any questions about live broadcasting or about anything that's down the carousel, 37 items in the carousel today. If you want to ask questions about those, then please do. I'm here to answer your questions, and we've looked at the carpal tunnel mouse, which is now featured. We've looked at Logitech C920X, which is 14% off today, and it comes with XSplit VCam, which we looked at a moment ago. If I go here, I'm not going to do everything, but that is the background removal software, okay, which I was demonstrating there, is part of Logitech C920X. And I can hide that now because we don't need it anymore. And back to here. Okay, so hopefully I'm still live. My microphone is working. There is nothing wrong technically. I think that's the problem, that occasionally if things are going to go wrong, then you just got to ride through it. Okay, so thank you for watching live. And as I said earlier, we've got storms in the UK today. Storm Eunice is actually beating down at us. 122 mile an hour winds have been recorded, which is unusual for the UK. We're not seeing anything like this for the last 35 years. So we've just got to get through the day, and I've got to get through this broadcast. That's my task. Okay. If you're watching live, then please do say hello. Right. The next thing I'm going to talk about is my cameras that I'm using today. You're actually looking at Logitech Brio, which is down in the carousel. Okay, now Logitech Brio, I've had, just a minute, I've had this Logitech C920X for 6 years, but for the last 18 months, I've been using Logitech Brio, which is it's a natural upgrade from a C920, because you've got models, you've got C920, 22, 25, 30, and then the Brio is towards the top of the range. And I just enjoy using the Brio. It's 720p, 1080p, and 4K. Now, the numbers going up means there are more pixels in the display, and you get a clearer display. Okay, so if we go from 720, which is DVD, 1080, which is HD plus, and then through to 4K. Now, 4K at the moment, we can't actually broadcast in 4K because we don't have the internet infrastructure. Okay, which is fair. But we can broadcast in 1080. If you're broadcasting to YouTube, you could broadcast in 1080. If you're using BeLive, you can broadcast to Facebook in 1080. 720 is what I'm broadcasting today. So you're getting a taste of what Logitech Brio can do, but I cannot show you how powerful it is because we're restricted to 720p. Basically, the difference between 720p and 1080p is twice as many pixels. So twice as much data is sent on a 1080 signal as opposed to a 720 signal, which means that if you're watching this broadcast on mobile, I would be sending you twice as much data as you need just to see me, because this is not moving pictures. Okay, this is fairly static. I mean, I might get animated from time to time, but the picture itself is fairly static. And the Logitech Brio is the camera you're looking at the moment. It's got inbuilt microphone, and I'm just going to show you what it can do. Okay, because I'm here now, so I may as well have a look around at things that you can do with the camera. Now, when you get the camera, the first thing you should do, I'm just loading some software, so forgive me. The first thing you should do is head off to logitech.com. Once you've bought the camera, then you can download for free the software that goes with the camera. And I'm about to show you what that software can do. Now, the software I'm going to show you works for the 920, it works for the Brio, it works for the 922, 925, etc. So they all use this one program. And I'm just going to share my screen. And hopefully I'll be able to catch it. I got it. Okay, that went well. The tech gods have joined us again. Right, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide the camera that I was showing you a moment ago, and I'm going to bring up on screen and share beside me as I go off full screen. Okay, this is the software that comes with every Logitech camera, which you can download. Now I need to go side by side, but this is the software, and this is how it works. And I'm just going to go side by side so you can actually see me and the software. So this is working on Logitech Brio. I can, and apologies for this in advance, I can with the software, and I was trying to get rid of something on my screen which is annoying me. Okay, I can zoom in. Okay, so on the right hand side I'm pressing the button, the plus button top right, and I can zoom in, and I could zoom in so the only thing you could actually see is my hand. Okay, so you can zoom in and out. Now that's the first thing you do. You want to zoom in and out until you get to a situation where you are actually comfortable on the camera. Okay, now I tried to get it to this situation where I just got a bit of headroom. Okay, you've got to have headroom. Don't let people see the top of your head. Okay, I can pan left and right. Okay, so I can pan over there, I can pan over there. Okay, so panning, and then I can recenter, and it sets everything back, and I just need to go up. The thing about demonstrating software, especially when it's connected to the camera you're using, is that you might press the wrong button. Don't worry. Underneath there, you can see restore defaults. Okay, now I'm going to change the view a little bit so you can see a bit more, because it's a lot easier when I'm in widescreen. Okay, so I've gone to widescreen and I'm still pressing buttons. And what I can do with the software, camera has a field of view. It's got 90 degrees, it's got 78 degrees and 65. So if I go to 90 degrees, yeah, you can see more of my office. If I go to 65 degrees, then it is tighter on me and I've got to make a slight adjustment and shrink myself a little bit. Okay, so the field of view, 65, 78 and 90, and you choose the one that you're most comfortable with. Okay, HDR is set. The other thing you can do, you can go standard or widescreen. Now this won't make much difference because I'm actually on widescreen. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to there. And I'm just going to press plus. Right, okay, I'm happy now. Okay, now the advanced controls, I'm going to go side by side here. The advanced controls, and you can see the controls a bit better now. There's brightness. Okay, now I can increase the brightness and you'll see I'm getting brighter and brighter and brighter. And I wouldn't broadcast like that. So let's come back and move the control back to 50, just over 50%. That's better. That's my normal setting. That's the setting I'm used to. But I could go the other way and I could decrease the brightness until I actually look like I've no lighting at all, and then bring it back to 50, or as close to 50 as I can get. Right, color intensity. I can change the color intensity. I can go red, I can go sepia, or I can go back. Now, by default, all the settings are the 50% settings are the ones that you'd actually use. Okay, so put that back to 50%. Contrast, you can change the contrast. Okay, you can go negative if you want, or you can come back. Now, the point about all this is different settings for different moods. You experiment with the software until you're actually happy with how you look on camera. And auto white balance is switched on. I'm going to switch it off. Auto white balance is brilliant when you need to compensate for low light. Normal practice, we don't need it, but if this was nighttime. And then autofocus, to be honest, you don't need autofocus on ever. Don't need it, doesn't have any effect. Okay, so those are the controls. All you need to do is to go to logitech.com and download Logitech Capture and this Logitech software I've been showing you, and you have total control over the camera. It's very important before you actually go live to make sure that you're happy with how you look on camera. Most of us, when we start out and start broadcasting, are in actual fact at this level, okay, where the set is the main part of it and you're just happen to appear on set. And if you don't, until you actually get confidence on camera, you're happy at this, because people are looking not at you but looking at everything that surrounds you. As you gain in confidence, then you can go closer and closer, but not too close. Okay, so that through the software, which I'm still using there, you can actually control exactly how you look on camera and make it so that you are in the center of the screen, that you've got headroom at the top, and that you're sat comfortably. Yeah, this is, you've been looking at the controls for Logitech Brio. They also work for 9, 20, 22, 25 and 30. And Brio camera, I'm more than happy with it. It's my favorite camera it simply works. It's plug and play, USB-A, straight into your PC or Mac, and it hasn't given me any problems in the 18 months that I've been using it. It's very stable. It does have the differing fields of view, but like the C920, etc., it is a static camera. All of which brings me back on to my next camera. Now, if ever a camera was designed to be useful and fun, it's this one. This is my second camera, fast becoming my first camera. And I want to say hello to everybody on Amazon Live. Thank you for joining me. If you've any questions at all about live broadcasting, about Zoom, about broadcasting on Zoom, about green screens, in fact, this show is all about, whilst I'm here, just so you know, this show is being broadcast on BeLive. Unmute to listen. Lights, camera, action is the name of the show, and I am live from England. I am live from Wiltshire in England. We're currently in the middle of a storm, Storm Eunice, and we have winds in my area of 70 miles an hour, but in parts of the UK, 122 miles an hour. So I'm actually broadcasting through the storm. So I'm going to take that off again and go there. Okay, so on the right of me is my next camera. And if I go here, I'm trying to get the right place, and go here. Just a minute. I'm going to click there, and I'm going to click there, and I'm going to go there. Okay, so you can now see two of me. Now this gives you the opportunity to compare on the left Logitech Brio, on the right the OBSBot Tiny. The OBSBot Tiny is down the carousel. There is software provided by OBSBot to actually control that. I'll show you that in a moment. But for the moment, it's goodbye from the Brio. And hello to the OBSBot. Just a minute. No. Hello to the OBSBot. Okay. This is the OBSBot camera. Now, the thing about the OBSBot camera is it's a PTZ, pan, tilt, zoom. Okay, pan, tilt, and zoom, PTZ. Okay, and it's got inbuilt AI. It's got tracking software built into it, which makes for some great ways of actually using it. Now, the first thing is, because it's not fixed, it's on a gimbal, yeah, just like a gimbal, and that means that I can go from the camera looking at me to the camera looking at the desktop. And just to prove this is live, that's the Toshiba 2 terabyte hard drive. That's the 4-way USB port from Anko, which is in the carousel at $16.99. That's changed my life. Not bad, is it? So I can go back to me. Okay, automatically, just pressing one button, and I can go over to the wall. And you can see that straight away, the OBSBot has a greater field of view than the Brio cameras. The OBSBot is on a gimbal. It can swivel, it can tilt, and it can zoom. Yeah. And the reason I really love it is this. Okay, and it's down the carousel at the moment, and hopefully this will work. Yeah, I think we've got it working. Okay, this is my pièce de résistance. This is the bit that I love demonstrating, because in a $200 camera, this is phenomenal. The OBSBot Tiny was funded on Indiegogo last year and then released. It was oversubscribed, and this is why, because it can do so much. I'm going to stand up now. If I'd stood up and I was on the Brio, you would have seen me from about there down. Because I'm on the OBSBot is actually tracking. Just want to move something. It's tracking me when I bend down. Okay. And if I just put this on here, just a second. Okay. It's tracking me. The other spot, Tiny, is tracking what I do. And I can get closer to the camera, okay, by moving things. And it will track. If I go like that, right, it's tracking, and I can stop it. I can stop it tracking, or I can start it tracking. 2 hand gestures to that. I can get to zoom in, which it's not going to do because it's on full zoom at the moment. I can get to zoom out. So you've got 2 hand gestures, which actually control, whilst I'm stood up, I'm nowhere near the desktop, I'm nowhere near the controls. I can actually control it with my head, or I control it with my knees. I can bend. Okay, and just a minute, that didn't work. I can bend, and there you are. The green screen recenters itself. Now, the thing about the Obspot is it does take care of the headroom automatically. Yeah, so it's got the headroom sorted. I don't need to worry about it. The Obspot is doing that. But it does mean because I'm stood up, I can actually present to you now with more energy than when I'm sat down. I've got full movement. I can go over here and I can pick up. I'll show you these in the carousel in a moment. I actually recharged these last night. Basically, USB-C, close that there, and that's how you charge it. Okay, you have controls on here. You've got volume, plus and minus, and skip track, or next track, or pause. There are inbuilt microphones and speakers, of course, because these are headphones, but these go over your ear. Okay, they do not go in your ear canal. The thing about that is there's nothing to irritate you. They're lightweight. They're designed for walking, running, jogging, and cycling. Yeah, they're waterproof. They pair easily. You take your mobile phone, or you take your iPad or your Android tablet, and you can pair. Because if you press Bluetooth on your mobile, you'll see aftershocks, yeah, and press the aftershocks, and you then connect it, and you can then listen to your favorite podcast or your favorite playlist on Amazon Music whilst you've got your mobile phone with you. Yeah, you can, I mean, walk around the house, you can go for outside. That's why I said these are made for outdoors. Walking, jogging, running, and cycling. These are ideal because they're lightweight. They do not go inside your ears, which means that your ears can still hear things. So you can talk to somebody. They can't hear what you're playing. You can carry on a conversation. You can hear the traffic all around you. You can hear the cyclists silently coming up behind you. These are the start of a brilliant range of earbuds. Now, other colors are available. And if you click the link in the carousel, you go to the Aftershocks page, you'll find that there are a range of Aftershocks earbuds, all with different abilities. I just love these. I love the fact I wear them around the house. I wear them when I go walking. They're just absolutely brilliant. But the thing about this is that we're not actually looking at, we are looking at the Aftershocks. But this is the beauty of being able to stand up even. Okay. And the Obspot does this. The Obspot will track me as I move. Just a minute. The Obspot will track me as I move around the room. See, the gestures work. I better not do it again. Okay. This is a photograph of Avebury Stone Circle, which is about 25 miles away from where we live. It was built at the same time as Stonehenge. So that's 4,500 years ago. And it's plenty of great country walks around there. There's a house, a manor house built there. Great place to visit. And that's my memento of it. There's actually a village in the centre of the stone circle. And you can still hear me, hopefully. There is a village in the centre of the stone circle. And the National Trust Visitors Centre, but it's a great place to actually go walking. And I'm just going to Okay. It is a great place to go walking. So the most fun from a camera has to be the Oberspot Tiny PTZ. $200, and you're getting multiple preset locations, 3 preset locations. You're getting zoom and you're getting tracking, all within one camera. And as far as the tracking is concerned, there is fast tracking that's available. You download the software and the software simply works beautifully. Now there is a new Oberspot. If you click on the link down in the carousel for Oberspot Tiny, you'll find there is a new Oberspot, and it's the Oberspot 4K. Now it is capable of 4K resolution. Okay, this is a natural evolution. You start off with 1080, then you go to 4K. The other thing is that the Oberspot 4K also has 4 times zoom. This is just 2 times zoom. 4 times zoom on the Oberspot 4K. If you check it out, just click link in the carousel, you get more information on it. The Oberspot 4K, because I've had so much fun since I got this camera, the Oberspot 4K is on my wish list on Amazon, and I will be getting it later in the year because I just the PTZ cameras just changed the way things are. This besides the tracking, I mean, track me moving slowly about my office. It will also track fast movement as well. There's a setting within the control panel that you can actually change to actually change the settings. Okay, so that's the Oberspot Tiny. I think it's still, is it still tracking? No, I can switch it off. Oh, it is, yeah. I can switch it off. Stop it tracking me and come back to preset location. So if you're looking for a camera that does more, the Oberspot Tiny is a definite candidate. All the specs, if you click on the carousel, link in the carousel, you get all the specs there. Okay, so back to me. This is the Logitech Brio, and I'm going to take that title off. I just put that there to remind myself what I was actually doing. So I'm just going to, that's it. I've got rid of that. Okay. Right, thank you for watching me on Amazon Live. As you can see, the sun's shining in the UK, and there are 70-mile-an-hour winds, and I'm just broadcasting through it. Okay, so where do we go next? If you've got any questions about anything at all, then please do ask. I'm just going to take a look down here. Okay, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to go to the 2 camera thing. Yep. Okay, we're going to go 2 cameras. Okay, not to confuse you, I'm going to put the second camera back to its other location. Okay, and what I'm going to do is in that location, I'm going to go like this. And down in the carousel now, in a second, just wait for it, just trying to find out where I am. Okay, oh yeah, I forgot that. Down in the carousel is the 3-axis gimbal. Now, I used to be a confirmed, I'm just trying to get this right, just a second. I need to change my settings a bit. I am a confirmed desktop broadcaster. Okay, I broadcast mainly on desktop. That's what I'm doing now. But I've discovered gimbals, and I'm just going to take this C920 away. I discovered gimbals, and my gimbal of choice is down in the carousel at the moment. It's the Hohem 920 gimbal. This is the case. Yeah. So there's the case, very substantial case, and the gimbal is inside, and all we need to do is unzip it, and there you can see the gimbal itself. It comes with a tripod stand which screws into the foot of the gimbal, so you can actually use it as a static camera as well. So that's a possibility. Other than that, you take the gimbal, okay, put it on a surface, a flat surface, then you take your phone and you put it in the clamp. Okay, why do this? Okay, there are 2 reasons. this is your mobile phone. Out the box, you can use this to shoot video. But there are two things that stop you doing great video. There's video and there's great video. We're looking at great video. If you shoot holding your camera with the lens pointing out, then when you're actually filming, you're actually going to be concentrating on the camera, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to drop the camera. And if you've got an expensive iPhone in your hand and you're filming, your concentration naturally is on not dropping the camera, which means that you can miss shots. Yeah, because you're watching the camera and making sure. The second thing, which I just inferred there, is if you do, I'm trying to get this right, if you use a camera like that, then what's going to happen is that the camera will move up and down, and the film that you're making will move up and down. So the answer is to stop the moving up and down bit. Yeah, to stop you being worried about the camera, the mobile phone, is to put the mobile phone in the clamp. It's then protected. If you drop this, the odds are in your favor that your phone will be okay. Don't quote me. Okay, you put your phone in, and then here, I'm going to do this full screen. Here are controls. Yeah, that's the control panel. And basically, all you need to do is actually switch it on. You've got to have it on a flat surface. It'll switch it on a flat surface, and it will calibrate. Okay, then you're good to go. You can start the recording software on your mobile phone. That's it. And you just point it in front of you and just walk. Right, now I can show you this wonderful piece of electronics, this sturdy piece of plastic, but you're going to, what I'd want to know, what I would definitely want to know is, what's the video like they actually shoot with that camera? Okay, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you by going here. Right, so I'm going to bring a video on screen, and this video was shot. I'm going to hide that again. I'm going to bring the video up full screen. This video was shot using the home gimbal. It's a visit to Portsmouth's Royal Naval Dockyards, and Angelica and I went to stay in Portsmouth for a long weekend, and I shot this video using the home gimbal at Portsmouth Naval Dockyards. So I'm just trying to find something, but while I do, I'm going to mute myself and press play. Is the first ironclad ship built in Great Britain, and it's steam powered, not sail powered, and we're just going to walk alongside to give you an idea of the size of this. Over there is a tower, 385 feet. I think you can actually go up in a lift to the top, but we're concentrating on the shipping today as we're at the dockyards. Welcome to HMS Warrior, Her Majesty's ship Warrior, or His Majesty's ship as it was when it was commissioned. And this is just an amazing place. As I pan round, we're actually, the estuary is over there, and we have all the buildings on the right. As usual, I'm broadcasting on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and my website, live from Portsmouth in England, as Angelica and I do our tour of Hampshire. Okay, so I'm trying to avoid people, and hello.
Are you going on board?
No, we're not.
Okay.
I think you're not allowed to photograph on board, hence his question, which is a fair one. Today we're just taking a walk around the dockyards as opposed to touring the facilities. It's wonderful because you can actually get onto the dockyards
for free, which is what we've done today. And you can walk around and you can film, and nobody's going to stop you. So I'm going to go as far as here and then turn around. And
no, I'm just going to fast forward. I think I'm going to fast forward. Just a minute. And I'm going to press play again.
to film on board the ships, but you can film the exterior, which is what I'm doing, as you know, at the moment. So just a reminder, we're at Portsmouth Naval Dockyards. We're conducting our own walking tour, and we're delighted that you could join us. That is just, you can go on board any of these, but for today we've just decided that we're going to return to Portsmouth and spend the full day here, because we've only got sort of half a day. There are 11 different attractions and we can't possibly do them all in one day, but this is just stunning. I'm sure Angelica's somewhere near. As we walk up, British flag proudly flying, as we walk to the stern. Okay, as I say, this is the first time that we've seen this. So Mary Rose Museum, HMS Victory, and refreshments. Okay, so let's find out a little bit more about what we're looking at. And it says here the conservation continues. In 2012, the National Museum of the Royal Navy and HMS Victory, so this is HMS Victory, which was Nelson's ship, embarked upon a £40 million 25-year programme.
Right, in order to do that video, you do need to have this. Okay, I'm going to take it out of the box. You need a lapel microphone in order to give the narration over the top of the video. So let's just, I don't know how these actually tangle themselves up. Okay, I do try to wrap them carefully. Okay, this is the lapel microphone, and basically it's got a crocodile clip on it. It just attaches to your clothing. Okay, t-shirt in summer, jacket in winter. And the other end is an audio lead which fits into the audio socket on your phone. What happens is when you plug this in, your internal microphone on your mobile phone cuts out. This takes over. Because this microphone is up against your body, it is shielded. Yeah. And you can do voiceovers. You'll still have a noise around you, but it will be in the background, not the foreground. You will be talking, your voice is in the foreground. So that's the second thing you need. You need the gimbal and you need the lapel microphone. And then, and lapel microphone is now down in the carousel. Today, that lapel microphone, excuse me a moment, that lapel microphone is 41% off. It is only $35.45, which is because you need it. Okay. And then the third thing you need is this. We were, as you've just seen, we were at Portsmouth Royal Navy Dockyards doing a walk round, and we got to the Victory. Round the corner from the Victory is the Murray Rose. And my plan after filming the Victory was to go to the Murray Rose, which is around the corner. Hedging around the corner, just still filming, and all of a sudden the image on my phone disappears, and then the phone went dead. In other words, my battery ran out, which is why whenever I go out and about now, I take a battery power pack with me, which is down in the carousel. It's today, it is, just a moment, it is 10% off. It's $28.75, and this is basically a must-have for any videographer. When you're out and about with your mobile phone, last thing you want is for the power to go. This, if your power does go, you can actually just plug this lead into your mobile phone. Just a minute, I'm just fighting with something. You can plug that into your mobile phone and keep it on charge whilst you actually finish your live video. Live videos, in general, 20-25 minutes is sort of the time length that you want. Okay, I'm only able to show you a 2 or 3 minute clip on Amazon Live. So if you want to see all of the video, then do hop over to YouTube, but not now. The other thing that the power pack does is you can charge other things as well. And this is the charger for my Fitbit. Okay, which brings us neatly on to here. I'm just going to go up top, up to the top of my menu, and I'll get there in a second. Just to say you are watching Stephen live from Wiltshire in England. I want to thank you for doing so. And the next thing I'm going to talk about is the action part of this video. I do want to say thank you for watching as well. I appreciate the fact that you're spending part of your day with me. I wish you an excellent day. But we're going to go over now to here, to Fitbits. Okay, in the carousel now is a Fitbit. I'm struggling. Where do I put my iPad? If I go like that again, okay, I'm gonna have to put this over here and put it back in its pouch later. Okay, showing you the charger so I can move the charger. Mobile phone is a mobile phone. Mine's a Samsung, by the way. And I want to go here. Okay, this is not an unboxing. This is taking off a Fitbit. See how easy it is. Okay, this is my Fitbit, and it's all part of lights, camera, action, because this is the action part of it. Staying fit in 2022 is important. One of the best ways you can actually stay fit is simply by walking. If you walk around your house, you're going to do about 2,000 steps, 1,500, 2,000 steps in a day, between 3/4 of a mile and 1 mile. But as soon as you go out the front door and you start walking, that's when you get the benefits of walking. Walking is one of the best forms of exercise that there is. You need, however, to actually measure how well you're doing, and that's the job of the Fitbit. Fitbit, as you walk, counts the steps, okay? And this is golden, okay? Counting steps is what it's all about. It follows you everywhere. I put this watch on first thing in the morning, I take it off last thing at night. But in addition to counting my steps, it can measure my heart rate, it'll measure my water intake, I can have a food diary. This is part of an ecosystem. Fitbit are owned by Google. Google bought them last year or the year before. And therefore they are financially sound. Now, I've had Fitbits for the last 8 years, and I generally change every 2 years. Now, this is a true story. When I got my first Fitbit, which was 8 years ago, in those days, you didn't have the strap, you just had a lozenge. And as a gentleman, a bloke, I just put a lozenge in my jeans pocket. Okay, you probably guess what's happening next. I put my jeans in for washing and I forgot that the Fitbit was actually in my jeans in the pocket. So they went for a wash. When they came out, the Fitbit 8 years ago didn't work. I thought you were going to throw a saying in the UK, plonker. I think you know what that means. Sort of fool, idiot. You've killed a Fitbit. I thought, I can't be the only one doing this, leaving my Fitbit in my jeans and the jeans going in the washing machine and then getting waterlogged and not working. I will contact Fitbit and tell them my sorry tale. Oh, my fault. I agree. It was my fault. I wrote to Fitbit, and 48 hours later, I got a new Fitbit with a very nice letter, which said, "It happens, here's a replacement." So Fitbit are a very responsive, understanding human company. But once you've got the Fitbit, that's just part of the ecosystem. If you go to Fitbit.com, you can actually register your Fitbit. But in addition to that, you can join the Fitbit community. And this is where it comes in. Because as I put my watch back on, I'm going to carry on talking. Men can multitask. Yes, Fitbit.com community. You join the community. You connect with fellow Fitbit users. And I did this. And the members arrange challenges. And I take part in a weekday challenge, Monday through Friday, and it's who can do the most steps. And you'll be surprised. First of all, it sort of, because we all need a kick up the butt sometimes to actually get us moving. As far as encouragement is concerned, the community at Fitbit.com is absolutely brilliant, because there are always going to be people who are at the top of the league. Okay, changes every week, new one every week. But my aim is to be somewhere in the middle. Yeah. But people encourage each other. If I go wearing my Fitbit, as I do all the time, and I go out for a 3-mile walk, then 6,000 steps, the people in my league know that I've done 6,000 steps and they will cheer me on. The encouragement you get from going for a walk and people saying, well done. Okay. Now you cheer them on too. So it's a win-win situation. What you're actually doing is helping each other walk and stay fit. So the community on Fitbit.com is golden. It makes all the difference to beginning of, well, end of last year. That's the Fitbit challenge, weekday challenge and weekend challenge you can join, and there's no cost. Oh, before I forget, there is no subscription fee on a Fitbit. You buy it, that's it. Everything else is free. Yeah, and Angelica, my partner, suggested last December that we start our own challenge, just the two of us, a walking challenge, and that every day in 2022 we would go out for a walk, and we're allowed 15 days off. Okay, obviously there's going to be times when you can't work, You can't go because you're working, can't work because you're going to a meeting, you can't work because you can't go walk because. So we've got 15 days. And if you're ill, obviously you can't walk. Now, I just want to say, out of the last 49 days, I've walked 46 of them. Yeah, that's the value of a challenge. It pushes you. Even a personal challenge with your partner can actually encourage you to go out using the Fitbit. Now, on the Fitbit site, you can see how many steps you've done today, how many steps you've done this week, how many steps you've done this month, how many steps you've done this year. Okay, and with your Fitbit, you can join bigger challenges. You can join the 1,000-mile challenge, which we've got in the UK, a 1,000K challenge, which is on my walk, or there are challenges on Strava. Right now, down in the carousel, I'm not looking. It's basically down the carousel is my next Fitbit. Okay, I'm not going to get. It's a Fitbit Versa 2, which is today 26% off. It's $129.95, and this is my next Fitbit. Let's say I upgrade every 2 years. The reason I'm going for the Versa is the built-in GPS. Yeah. At the moment, I use a program called Strava, which actually maps out all my walks. With the Versa 2, which has got 125,000 4.5-star reviews, 125,000 people took the time to go to Amazon and say, this is a good kit. That's good enough for me. The brand is good enough for me as well, Fitbit brand. But it does GPS, which to my mind is the next logical step forward. I pay Strava to actually map my walks. With the Versa, I won't need to do that. So I recommend using a Fitbit as part of your fitness regime in 2022. If you want to buy anybody a gift, then do consider buying them a Fitbit Versa 2 or a Fitbit Inspire 2. Okay, so this has been my third broadcast in the space of an hour and 40 minutes. Technological challenges. It's helped me weather the storm in the UK. I am grateful for your company during this live broadcast. I look forward to seeing you again next week. I'm live 9 a.m. Eastern every single weekday, and it's been my pleasure. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good weekend. I'll see you again soon. And you have been watching Stephen live from wonderful windy Wiltshire in England. Goodbye for now.